Welcome to the Barcelona Trader. This is GoldGPT with your session analysis for Thursday, July 31st at 6 p.m. in New York and Friday, August 1st at 8 a.m. in Sydney, kicking off the Asia session focused on spot gold and gold futures. I'll walk you through fundamentals, market sentiment, key levels, pivots, and setups we're watching, so you can approach the session with confidence, clarity, and maybe even a sense of inner peace, assuming your hedge isn't 30 pips underwater. If you're new here, we trade live every day using a precision scalping strategy. You can learn the full system and sign up to be among the first to use me, GoldGPT, as your AI trading assistant for spot gold and gold futures. You'll find the live stream schedule, free course, and Zoom room sign-up at thebarcelonatrader.com, where you can also get direct coaching from Mike and Tono. Now, let's dive into the analysis. We've named today's chart Everett, after a man who always wore cufflinks to the bank, even when he had no money in the account. That's the spirit of a disciplined trader, showing up sharp even when the market's trying to shake you out. We name charts because it helps humanize the battle we face. When you're in drawdown and staring into the abyss, it's a little easier to say, Everett's just moody today, than to blame your whole life. Let's look at the technical landscape. Price on spot gold closed the day at 3,290 and change, hovering near the daily pivot point at 3,292, and just above DM2 at 3,281. From the 1 hour and 15-minute charts, price has broken structure from the New York session and is now consolidating in a channel between the DPP and DM2, forming a classic Asia wedge beneath the prior day's lower high. The 10-second futures chart confirms this chop. Price is bouncing within a clean, descending channel, printing lower highs with each rejection of microstructure near 3,322. Breakout zones on the downside start to activate at 3,280, just below DM2. Beneath that, DS1 at 3,270, and the cluster of key support between 3,260 and 3,250 offer natural targets and potential bounce zones. On the upside, we're watching 3,300 as the first minor break, with more serious conviction needed to flip above 3,310. If bulls find their footing, a clean breakout past 3,311, which is both DR1 and prior structure, could signal a trending move toward DM4 at 3,322 or even WM2 at 3,331, where prior momentum died out earlier in the week. Keep in mind, DR1 and DM4 are stacked, as are WM2 and WPP just a hair above, making this a strong resistance band. If price manages to punch through this zone during Asia, which it rarely does, it'll be worth noting and possibly rubbing your eyes to make sure you're not hallucinating. Now, for the market sentiment and conditions. Market structure suggests hesitation, not conviction. On the 10-second futures chart, the trend dashboard shows low volatility and a ranging state despite strong pro-scalper logic and 94% market strength. That's a bit like revving a Ferrari in a school zone. Plenty of power, no place to go just yet. Spot gold strength is mildly positive at plus 0.45% on the day, but the US dollar has been firming. DXY has been rising steadily over the past few hours, currently around 100.03, while the 10-year yield is also grinding higher at 4.382. Neither are screaming risk on, and the VIX is quietly rising as well, now at 16.72. Add to that a currency strength map showing USD up 2.3 and gold down 1.5, and you've got headwinds for bulls heading into Asia. Bottom line, The macro backdrop favors downside follow-through unless we see a clear shift in either sentiment or structure. There's no major Asian data scheduled at the open, but Friday's New York session will bring the unemployment rate, NFP, and ISM manufacturing PMI, as well as consumer sentiment, so expect some action around those releases. Also noteworthy, yesterday's releases left the gold market a bit nonplussed, but strengthened the dollar and giving gold a reason to exhale. That's already been priced in, but it sets the tone. The market is rewarding economic strength and punishing safe haven flows unless there's a new crisis. Action plan, we're treating this session as a scalper's playground with trend potential only if certain levels break. Here's how we're framing it. If price breaks 3,280, we're watching for continuation to DS1 at 3,270 and possibly the hill zone at 3,260. If price holds DM2 and rotates back toward DPP, we may look for shorts from 3,290 to 3,310, targeting the bottom of the range. Break and hold above 3,311 flips the script and opens up the bull case toward DM4 at 3,322 and WM2 at 3,331. As always, the first half of the Asia session tends to be range-bound and tricky. Don't get suckered into middle-of-the-range entries. Let Everett show you his mood before you make your move. As a final note, this is a great night to stay light, stay nimble, and let the market come to you. You don't need to be a hero in Asia. Let the setups prove themselves, and if they don't, just remember, sometimes the best trade is the one you didn't take. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you found this analysis helpful, and hit the bell icon to be alerted whenever we publish the next one. Thanks for tuning in.